then let's go. All right, so the question we are trying to answer today, for the first part at least, is, so what's going on? I mean, we just had a small interview about those nations, right, Jamison? Right, but what other problems are we facing related to this temperature increasing and global warming, and what are the possible cause of this? So we're gonna dig in some document which shouldn't be too hard for you, to be honest. So I want everybody to go ahead and open your booklet and let's go to this page where it shows a little graph. And again, I don't know why we need our computer to be open, Eric and Julio. We don't really need a computer at the moment, unless later, Julio, you're going to need to make an EPO pass, but right at the moment, let's focus on this one. Thank you, guys. All right, so if you go to this page right here, you're going to find 3 different texts that we are going to visit today. As a matter of fact, some of you guys are going to be more expert on one of these texts than other people. So these texts kind of talks about some of the details that's happening to Earth, some of the negative things that's happening to Earth. And I'm going to give you guys a little bit of time to kind of dig in and grab some information. First thing we're going to do is this. I want you guys to choose from each group 1 person to be in charge of text 1, 1 person to be in charge of text 2, and 2 people to be in charge of text 3. So 1 person, text 1, 1 person, text 2, 2 people, text 3. 30 seconds, go ahead and decide. They're equally easy. So go ahead and decide who's going to work on which one. And quickly talk to your group members. Decide. Again, like I said, they're equally easy. They're not too hard. Alright, good? Good? Alright, let's hear it. For you. Are you with me? Okay, awesome. Alright, who's working on text 1? Raise your hand if you're working on text 1. If you're assigned to do text 1, raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Who's doing text 1 there? Hurry up. Jamison? Okay, alright, and now text 2 people, raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Awesome. Text 3 people, raise your hand. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Awesome. Okay, so here's what we are going to do. I'm going to give you guys about 3 minutes. I want you guys just to work on your assigned text. So if you are assigned to text 1, all you need to do is just look at text 1. We're going to have really quick 3-minute silent dig-in session. So I'm going to give you guys 3 minutes. I want you guys to look at your own text, the text you're assigned. And as you read it through, some of them are just graphed literally. All you need to do is circle 3 things you found super interesting and important. Super interesting and important. If you feel like the whole sentence is important, just circle the whole thing. But you're not just circling because it's important. You also need to know what you're circling about. So if you're circling this paragraph, then you need to know what it means. What is it saying? Then you need to be able to think. You need to know why you think that's important. So for example, out of so many pictures here, if you circle this one, why do you think that's important? And what does it mean? And after you guys circle 3 things and think about those, I'm gonna give you guys a little time to share with your group members, and you're going to create something together as a group. Make sense? So right now, 3 minutes. Go ahead individually and silently. Go ahead and dig into text and circle 3 things really quick. No, hold on. You already used 2 passes. 2 passes. I need 1. But there are like 3 lives assigned. This was the first one.
No, I need like 1. And divide it 4.
Let me see. Let me check. Are you Julia? No, you're not Julia. You're Julio. Julio Garcia. Oh, you went to East Office. You know what? All right. Thank you for clarifying that. All right, dig in. Circle 3 things. Come in. I just want to be fair with everybody. About 1 minute. We'll give you guys some time to talk to your group about whatever you circled. If you're ready to share. Got it, Ethan? Okay, in about 15 seconds, we're going to come back. You got it, Shiley? All 7 of them? Ryan, all 7 of them? Just 3, Okay, alright. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to give each text assigned person about 2 minutes, actually like 2 minutes for text 1 people, 2 minutes for text 2 people, 2 minutes for text 3 people. So we have, every group has 2 text people, right? So you're gonna have to kind of like share your time. But anyways, here's what I want you guys to do. I want you guys to go ahead and let your group member know what kind of things you circled and what it means and why you thought it was important. So, what did you circle? What did you circle? What does it mean? Why is it important? What did you circle? What does it mean? Why is it important? And you are sharing that with your group members for 2 minutes. As you share, your group members are going to write down whatever you're writing, whatever you're saying in this section. So if you flip to the next page, you're going to find the section that says, what is the overall story of what is happening to Earth? And this is the important details our group surfaced, provided is 5. So that's the section you're working on right now. So as you listen to your friend, your group member's story, you're going to have to make a note on that. And every 2 minutes you're going to do it, and after all 6 minutes, you need to have minimum 5 things written on here. Does it make sense? Does it make sense? Lose them. Please lose them. Okay. Got it, Jamison? Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and start then. Let's just start with text 1 people. People who worked on text 1. I want you guys to go ahead and, you know what, like let's say a minute and 30 seconds. Because it might be too long. But, alright, let's go ahead and start. Group, text 1 people, go ahead and talk to your group members. Text 1 people, go ahead and talk. Alright, anybody needs more time? No, yes, no, yes? Okay, cool. Alright, then let's move on to group 2 people. You guys have a minute and 30 seconds. Go ahead and share. Help your group. Go. Got it, Ariel? Are you sure? Is everybody happy? Okay, in about 10 seconds, let's move on to our group 3 people. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, group 3 people, go ahead and start sharing. What did you guys circle? Who's group 3 here? Who's group 3? Oh.
I said that by the 2050, so higher.
I can't even hear you from here. Are you pressing the up, man? Hey, did you hear him?
Yeah.
Oh. Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
A result of warmer temperatures is temperatures increase and the ozone formation is already asthma, allergies, and other respiratory conditions.
Oh, we should just share it. Oh. Good. Alright, any group needs more time? Does everybody have minimum 5 things filled up? Yes? No? Yes? No? Okay, alright, then let's go ahead and move on. So here's what we're going to do now. Ding dong. Okay, alright, so now you guys have, each person has a minimum 5 things. That was my expectation. So I know some of you guys don't have all 5 things, but at least you have some. So here's what I want you guys to do. Our goal right now within your group members, we want to know the overall story of what's going on. So we learned something from text 1 about like carbon dioxide level, and we learned something about animal extinction or any species extinction, and we got some of the information about future of New York. So combining all these 3 texts from whatever you guys got within your group, I want you guys to come up with one storyline, one overall story. And I want everybody kind of write down same story, like similar or same story. So you need to kind of communicate to come up with one same overall story. So we're going to spend about 5 minutes, talk to your group, and come up with one whole story of what's going on Earth right now. Good? Easy? Any question? Something not clear? Do you want me to clarify it again? Yeah? So it's kind of like you guys already wrote down a lot of stuff here, right? So you kind of combine them, make a like summary of it. So it's like group summary of overall story. So 5 minutes, work on it together with your group, and we're gonna share this with other groups. So get ready to share your group story with other groups as well.
I feel like we should put something about the temperature slowly increasing to gross. That's mine.
single time I see you, I'm like, whoa, this guy's so different from what I thought. Like, in a good way, very, very good way. I never thought of it as an anime when I was. If I have a daughter, she's going to be way younger. One group story per group, all together, same story. You're gonna have to talk. Oh, let's get it. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. Sorry, I wasn't trying to attack you.
Are you recording every class or just
From my experience. You okay, Julio? Are you okay? We didn't do anything like that horrible last time, so everybody's as new as you this time. Don't worry too much about it. Hi, Helen. How's your friend? Are you guys? How are you guys doing with the group story? So again, technically, what I'm expecting is you guys just combine those things you wrote down and make it one storyline. That's my expectation. As long as you guys are on the same story, same page. So. Do you guys already have a story? Really? How? Shifting Korea or where you with the story? You all have the same story. So you're living in 7 minutes. Are they going to call you or do you watch?
They might go over the info.
Julio. Thank you, Julio.
They might go over the intercom.
In about a minute and 30 seconds, we're going to divide our group, you're each group, and you're going to have to visit other groups to share whatever story you have or in your head. And who must be Asian? Believe or
I must be.
well, believe or not, my eyes are not too small for Asian eyes. Just so you know. Okay, that was my pride. You just damaged it. That's
You asked me a question, so I asked you the same question.
Okay. All right. Okay. Whether you have the full story ready. Wow, that just got me. I'm gonna cry tonight. Okay. All right. Here's what we're going to do. Just like last time. I mean, you gotta get used to this culture. You're always gonna work with other people outside your group, anyways. Although you're gonna have your group work together. Okay, so here's what I'm going to ask you guys to do before some of you guys have to leave anyway. So I want you guys to divide your group into two. So I want 2 people from each group. Choose 2 people who's going to leave your group really quick right now. So go ahead and talk to your group. Talk to 2 people who's going to walk and join another group. Decide 2 people and stand up, those 2 people, with your packet. With your packet, booklet, stand up, 2 people from each group. Don't move yet, just stand up.
Okay.
2 people from each group, just stand up. Julio's gonna move. Okay, alright, awesome, let's do this. Okay. Last class we kind of made a number and I had you guys to move to a certain number. But this time, let's not do this. I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of freedom. As long as you guys stay together with your group members, so you 2 have to stay together, you 2 have to stay together, you 2 have to stay together. Find a group and join their group really quick. Move. But you have to stay with your group member. Join another group. Whatever had empty spot. I think this one has an empty spot. That group. Awesome. Okay, so take a seat. Alright, so right now our groups are kind of all mixed up, and there should be minimum 2 group stories available on your table. We're going to take turn really quick. One group will share your story together. If maybe one person can be in charge of the whole story and the other person can be a supporter to kind of give out extra information. So one group will share for 1 minute and 30 seconds first. Then we're going to switch, and whoever didn't share is going to go for 1 minute and 30 seconds. And we'll have kind of like, during this time, the listener doesn't have to be quiet. You can kind of ask questions right in the middle. So it's more of a dynamic storytelling plus question wonder session. Okay, so let's start with the host. Whoever was staying on your table, I want you guys to share whatever your group story was, not your story, your group story, with the visitors. So 1 minute and 30 seconds, go, share. Speaker, the host. Group host, go ahead. Thank you, Shiley.
Why did you call me?
Global warming has taken a toll on the earth. Climate change wiping out a bunch of different species, and with carbon dioxide levels rising, so are polluters.
But just right now, just one group, yeah. Hold on, who shared? Oh, not shared. Any question? Oh, okay, good, awesome. You will pass. You gotta make a phone call. And I'm still thinking, just give me because you have a point. All right, let's take turn. Let's go. Okay, the other group, the visit. No. Stay there. Okay, visitors. This is visitors' time to share your story. Okay, so whoever didn't share, minute and 30 seconds, go ahead and share your story. Go. Oh, you already did? Do you guys have any questions from each other? Anything you can give them feedback about? Huh? Is it nice to tease? I've never teased you. Hold on, are you saying you're teasing me?
No, I said right here.
I'm teasing him.
He stole my pencil, he like putting it in
I personally think at a certain level, it's funny, but if exceeds, if it crosses that line, then it gets no fun anymore. All right, anybody, any groups still sharing? Any groups still sharing? Okay, okay. You know, let's just ended a little early. All right, okay. If we have more time, again, like I said, you should get used to this culture of us moving around. Like probably in the future, when we have more time, we'll take many different rotations to grab as much information as we can. But for the time's sake, let's quickly talk about this. Just as you guys shared this, did you guys find anything interesting about whatever you guys shared? Lots of extinct animals. Lots of extinct animal happening, right? What else was interesting? Huh? Climate changes. Can you give me a little more details of climate change? What do you mean climate change? Okay, the world is getting warmer, warmer and warmer. Did anybody figure out why the world is getting warmer?
Humans.
Okay, but
Versus carbon dioxide.
right, atmosphere, humans, sure, carbon dioxide. I don't think you're there.
I don't think whose computer is that?
Okay, so carbon dioxide has something to do with it, like Kale just shared. Kale, can you tell me a little bit more about carbon dioxide? Why is carbon dioxide responsible for this temperature going up? Or anybody can help do it too, but I just want to hear from you. Okay, let's hear Kale really quick.
Easier.
It's like carbon dioxide is trapping heat in the atmosphere, which then makes it
Cool. Alright. So carbon dioxide, obviously, like Kale just shared, is one of the greenhouse gas that kind of traps heat. Do we get heat from somewhere? Sun. We're getting heat from sun. Thank you. Thank you. So we get heat from the sun. So once heat comes in, some of the heat we're going to utilize it, but some of the heat is going to have to leave. Otherwise, we'll just keep getting keep getting hit. And if we don't lose anything, that means our temperature is going to keep going up and up and up. Normally, without a lot of greenhouse gases, we have very good balance of intake of heat, and we are, letting some heat go, and we have good balance of that. So our Earth can be relatively okay. But with greenhouse gases like CO2, carbon dioxide, all the heat is kind of trapped inside, because once the heat is trying to leave, carbon dioxide kind of blocks it. So heat has to come back in, so the heat stays inside. So that's one of the major issue. What do you guys know about carbon dioxide though, other than that? Where are we getting this carbon dioxide from? Us. Like we're one of the contributors, but it's actually not a lot, it's just a little. Do you guys know what some of the major carbon dioxide contributors? Factories and cars. Somebody say cars. Cows. Actually, cows are more like methane gas, which is another greenhouse gas that does impact, according to some science. According to some science, we didn't talk about it here. This is actually the first class I've talked about this. Some science research says cows, and I know it sounds funny, but it's not. Cows fart a lot. When they fart, it sends out methane gas, and methane gas is known to be 10 times stronger than CO2, meaning it keeps heat inside it stronger than CO2. So some people blame hamburgers, people eat meat for this, but like I said, there are different researchers anyways. I know, farts. About 20 years ago, there was this Korean TV show that people do all this really interesting experiment, and one of the questions was, can we actually light up farts? And they collected fart inside this container. They actually light it up, and it actually lights up. Because it's okay. Anyways, all right. So those are a little story. Like we have carbon dioxide available out there, and then it kind of makes hits up our world and global warming happens, sea level going up, things it get extinct, and human might be the next one anyway. So yeah. Does anybody have any question about whatever we just shared? Any questions about whatever we just shared? No? Yes.
So cows are reason for global
Hold on. I couldn't hear.
So are cows like the reason for like global warming?
Cows?
Yeah.
So like I said, some scientists they put a research in it and they think cows are actually bigger problem than cars and factories. Some people like believe that. I think they have points though. I think they do have points.
I know like Nebraska like proposed instead of taxing farmers on how many cows they have, they tax them on how much their cows are.
Oh, and one of the biggest carbon dioxide contributor is well humans, but not all the humans. It's countries like China because. Okay, what's going on?
Nothing.
Okay. So if you are actually running a factory in America, there's very strict restriction, meaning like regulation. If you're sending out any of those smoke out of your chimney in your factory, you actually have to use certain chemical to reduce the carbon dioxide level. So America has regulation, but countries like developing countries like China and some of the new developing countries they don't have a lot of restrictions. So meaning they're just sending out those carbon dioxide into the air. And as you guys already know, a lot of things we are using is from China. So I'm not trying to be against Chinese product, but if we are using Chinese product, then it's possible that we are also contributing to that anyways. I think that's why one of the reasons why America is trying to bring a lot of factories back to American land. I think that's one of the reasons. And also, electric cars. You guys already know about electric cars, right? Using relatively less amount of gasoline, because when you burn gasoline, we have carbon dioxide coming out. So we're trying to reduce the amount of gasoline we are using as well. So anything you guys want to, does that answer your question? I know it was a while ago. Okay. Any other questions, feedbacks you guys have about the issue we are talking about? Why aren't they calling you guys? Okay, well, anyways, let's do this. Okay, go ahead and say thank you for the people. Thank you for sharing your story. Let's go back to our seat.